Hi, everybody. Welcome to the KaiNexus Continuous Improvement Podcast. I'm Mark Raven, a senior advisor with KaiNexus. And today we are doing a quick preview of our next webinar. It is going to be held July 28th, 1 o'clock Eastern. It is titled Motivational Interviewing, the Key to Effective Conversations About Change. You can register for it right now by going to kainexus.com/webinars. And you can also find the specific direct link in the show notes. And if you are listening to or watching this after July 28th, you'll be able to get the recording of the session in our podcast feed or our KaiNexus YouTube channel. But I'm really pleased that we are joined today by our presenter. She's Paola Torres. She's a Senior Performance Improvement Manager at Healthfirst in New York City. So Paola, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Good. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, I'm happy you're here. I'm excited about the webinar because I've studied and practiced motivational interviewing, but this is going to be a new opportunity for me. You're going to prompt me to think through things differently, and it's going to be a good introduction to people who are brand new to the methodology. But before we talk about motivational interviewing and the topic of your webinar presentation, can you first, in your own words, tell us a little bit about yourself and your professional background and experiences?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt with 17 years of experience in the healthcare industry. The first 10 years of my career were about doing testing and clinical research in a genetic testing lab. So I think that set the foundation to my journey to Lean. And I'm really passionate about leveraging Lean concepts and helping organizations optimize their processes and create a culture of continuous improvement, and also create the right environment for people to be successful. So I think this webinar will be very, very valuable to everybody. All management is change management. So the behavioral interview and framework, it will be certainly a great addition to anybody's skills.
Yeah. And change management, it's about working with people. Mm-hmm. And the motivational interviewing methodology is so helpful. And from previewing your material, I know you're bringing some very practical kind of Lean Six Sigma practitioner situations into the discussion. So people can hear that in the full webinar. But the question I had for you is a bit of a preview, Paola, is that, how did you discover or get introduced to motivational interviewing, and why is this something that you've both pursued in practice and also wanting to share that with others?
So as a continuous improvement practitioner, coaching and developing others, it's a skill that we all need to develop. So I had some training already in facilitation skills and coaching. But I had some challenging initiatives at work that I felt like I needed to look for something else besides coaching. And I found motivational interviewing, actually, after a conversation that I had with you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Sure. As a great framework to really inspire people, motivate people to change when they're not even ready to engage in a change initiative. So I think that's one of the things that it's really different, right? Like you have coaching skills, you have facilitation skills. All of those are applicable when you're ready to change. But then when somebody is in this stage of what we call pre-contemplation, they're not ready, then you need kind of like the more advanced skills. And this is what motivational interviewing gives you. And I think that's the situation of a lot of practitioners, right? Oftentimes, they have to go in and push instead of pull. So this will give you a really practical and tangible way to communicate to really help somebody develop their own or find their own motivation to change or to embrace change.
And that's the one thing I think is so helpful for Lean practitioners or Lean Six Sigma practitioners, people who are trying to help improve organizations. The reality of it is we can't make anybody change, but we can tap into people's motivations. And as I know you'll talk about in the webinar, there's this tough situation where people have reasons to change, then they also have reasons not to change. So they have some motivation, but they're stuck. That's one reason this is so helpful, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think we all have the same goal at the end, right? So we want to create a better work environment. We want to transform how the work is done and how processes and systems are created in an organization to enable people to really be successful. But to do that, we all need to go through the change process. And that's not easy. We know that change is not easy. So I think motivational interviewing, it's a really useful framework to motivate people and to drive change in an organization and get to that ideal state of a work environment that is all about learning and joy, which is what it should be.
Especially in healthcare. And I know there will be, you work in healthcare, there will be a lot of really helpful, useful information for people. We're expecting to attract an audience of people from all sorts of industries and professions, because this is really about workplace change, including the healthcare workplace. And I know your examples will be really helpful to people.
Yes, absolutely.
So there's going to be this great opportunity to learn and have a discussion around this in the webinar. So again, that's going to be July 28th, 1:00 Eastern. Motivational interviewing, the key to effective conversations about change. So conversations that involves listening, not just telling. Paola is going to be sharing how this has been useful to her in her work, in her practice, and I know it'll be helpful and thought-provoking for you. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up here, Paola?
No, that just join me or join us with an open mindset. Just embrace this new concept, and then let's learn together next week. So I think this is a great opportunity for all of us to think about change in general, and then how to become better change agents in this new world, this new post-COVID world. So yeah.
Well, very good. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for your willingness to share with us. So again, this is going to be July 28th. You can register at kainexus.com/webinars. Or again, if you're hearing this after July 28th, look for the recording here in the podcast feed or on our YouTube channel. So Paola, thanks again. We'll see you and we'll hear from you real soon.
Thank you, Mark.